Hello, welcome to this laser coach session of Real World Ranching. My name is Jim Elizondo, and our goal in Real World Ranching is to maximize your profitability while you improve your land the fastest. Today, we have Dave from Kansas City, Missouri, and he gets around 36 inches of annual rainfall, and he raises hair sheep. So Dave, please introduce yourself and tell us a little about your operation.
Hello, yes, my name is Dave Hawkins. I'm near Kansas City. I just have a small hair sheep operation at this time, about 50 ewes, but I am hoping to expand with a partner. He's looking for a larger piece of land, about 600 acres right now, so we hope to expand. And I have been doing holistic management for several years, trying to follow Alan Savory's guidance, but recently I've become aware of total grazing. And I really like the concept because, you let the grass grow very tall, much longer recovery period. And I understand why. It's because you're trying to grow large, deep, fat roots underground, which puts organic matter in the soil and so many other soil organisms and so on. And I really understand that concept. So I want to move more in that direction. And I'm just trying to understand how to do that more with sheep. I suspect it's not a whole lot different, although the sheep, of course, are lighter weight animals. You may not get as much total grazing as you might with a cattle herd. I don't know.
No, it's the opposite. You can get a better total grazing with sheep because they can graze closer to the ground.
Ah, okay. Well, that's good to know.
I had 1,000 hair sheep on my own farm, so I know a little about hair sheep. Then you went on to ask that your number one challenge in your operation was getting a higher percentage of profitability. That means more twins per year, right?
Yes, and I've been in contact with Cody Holmes. Perhaps you know him, who he is. He suggested to me that I try leaving rams in and do year-round lambing. And so I'm right in the middle of that right now. And I must say, I'm not convinced yet because I've lost some lambs and I even lost a ewe this morning. And it's tough out there on those gals trying to have babies in the snow,
Okay. I respect Cody Holmes a lot, but I do not agree on leaving the rams year round because to make the best use of the forage your land naturally produces, they should be born in the best time of the year where you have the highest quantity and quality of forage. Not in the winter, not in the fall. It needs to be in late spring.
Yeah, May, probably.
Probably. Especially with sheep, accelerated lambing that they propose to have 3 lambings every 2 years pencils out in paper, but in reality, because of mortality and sickness, it doesn't pay.
Right.
So do yourself a favor and go for a short and correct breeding and lambing season.
Yeah, I think this is the end of my year-round lambing. I'm going to be taking rams out going forward until December.
That's good. And back to the total grazing.
Yes.
In total grazing, we try to harvest more of the forest that is out there per grazing. So you get more ewe days per grazing per acre. What does this achieve? People always think, oh, it's going to be taken too short and then it won't recover. And they only do a trial in a small place of their farm, and they do not realize the impact this has on the rest of the property. Because when you harvest more sheep days per acre per grazing, automatically you give a longer rest period to the rest of the property, and now you can stockpile large areas for winter use.
Yes. When I first read this, it immediately clicked with me and made sense, which is why I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, and then they go on to say, yeah, but you give longer rest because you have to, because you took it low. No, I allow that to grow longer. The longer the grass grows, the deeper the roots get, the stronger they get, and the fatter they get. So that's the reason behind all this, to grow more grass, stronger plants, less interplant spacings, which you cannot achieve with selective grazing. That's the big difference.
I completely agree. Now that you've said it and been teaching it, I totally get it. It's fantastic.
Okay, now I will get on to how can I say, to answer your other question. Okay.
Yes, about the lambing, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Profilicity, I think that's the way you say it, is the number of lambs you get per ewe per year, or per bird, more per bird. So we do this by selecting rams from ewes that had twins, not three, twins, because three can get a problem and you can go to 4 and then have bigger problems. We do not want to be babysitting our ewes when they are lambing. We want to set stock them when they are lambing so they don't lose their babies. We want them to be in very good body condition, because when they give less milk, they abandon their babies, especially when they are 3, especially new moms. So we want rams out of ewes that had twins and raise them successfully without losing body condition. And then you select them the same as we do in the Adapted Genetics Selection Guidelines online course, the same as with bulls, you do with rams. You want the overfilled animal package. So if you or anyone watching this are interested in total grazing, we have an online course on total grazing that explains all this in detail, from infrastructure all the way to why we do it and why it is so important for your land improving and for your stocking rate. We need to remember that stocking rate determines profitability in your farm, and stocking rate, a high stocking rate, improves your land fastest when you do total grazing, because we totally avoid overgrazing. Overgrazing is when you regraze a plant before it has fully recovered. And you cannot do this with selective grazing at the high stocking rates required these days for profitability. So there it is. I hope you liked it, and I hope you enroll, and I wait for you in the next laser course session. Thank you very much.